Bhagavati ma vilamba swaha. Bhagavati ma vilamba swaha. Bhagavati ma vilamba swaha. Bhagavati ma vilamba swaha. That's a Prajnaparamita mantra. I just had an idea, and so I'm postponing my walk in the woods, clearing up internal impediments to spiritual liberation. And there's a Buddhist process that can be shared with the larger community. So the impediments to spiritual liberation, laziness, sense desire, hostility, distraction, and doubt are the 5 traditional impediments to realization. So unpack that: laziness, sense desire, hostility, distraction, and doubt. These are called the 5 nirvana. Laziness. Well, we need to look at our moment by moment experience. Even the most vigorous people among us have their lazy moments. And in fact, over busyness can be a kind of laziness, which people are finding difficult to implement these days. We're all thrown back on ourselves and we'll have to become who we really are. We need to raise our level of authenticity, and all the BS and the nonsense and the posturing and the phony roles are going to all go away for us, one at a time. We need to discover our inner light. That being the case, then we need some techniques and tools. Mindful meditation is the key to the whole business. Be present now in your body. And then the next moment arises. Be present then too in your body, and so on. Be present now in your body. Back straight, follow the breath. When the mind wanders, you notice, aha, mindfulness. Bring it back to the breath and keep meditating. Okay, barring that, you can still work on these internal obstacles if you have an aversion to meditation. So laziness, I don't want to do it. I didn't want to do this, but here I am. It's a lot easier to just stroll about than to use the thinking cap and the spiritual heart. Laziness, we have to accept that we have that and don't let it get in our way. Sometimes the laziness wins, but not always. And this is a moment by moment thing. We're examining our experience moment by moment and trying to ameliorate it, get the obstacles out of the way to our internal light. So we work on the laziness a while. I had an exercise avoiding procrastination, and it revealed to me the extent of my laziness moments, how I'll do that later. And now I try to do that when I see it. I see it, I do it, if I can. Laziness. Sense desire, well, there's 2 kinds. A sense desire of the erotic body. And that, I don't know about you, but for me, that's a major distraction. On the other hand, that's the basis of the affinity among people. It's just you have to sublimate it a little bit, kind of reduce the animal component of it. Okay, there's another kind of sense desire that's invisible to people. And that's the tendency of the senses to continually demand to have objects of the sense. So the eye wants to see more stuff. The ear wants to hear more stuff. And that proclivity is ongoing nonstop. As the great sage Milarepa said, of the flow of perceptions, Even an army of thousands with spears couldn't put a stop to that. And so the association stream goes on. The desire of our senses to continue to sensing things, we have to accept that that's part of our apparatus of how we are. And again, attenuate it a little bit. This is an ongoing, slow process. And I speedily went through it, now partly because memory is limited. Laziness, sense, desire, hostility. Don't like what's going on, do you? Well, neither do I. On the other hand, bursting out with hostility towards this or that is a mistake. We have to dissolve our hostility. No, we all caused this. We're all in this together, as they keep saying, and it's really the truth. We're all in it together, and we don't know what's going to happen next. But getting hostile is no solution at all. So we have to attenuate our anger for ourselves and for our social order. So laziness, sense, desire, hostility, distraction, and doubt. Okay, distraction. If I examine my own mind, I'm not being lazy right now. My sense desires are at a nice, calm level. My hostility is minimal, but my distraction is off the charts. Partly I've been drinking too much coffee this morning. And then there's doubt. Don't believe what I said? Well, that's okay. Do believe what I said? Well, what can you do about it? That's what you have to decide. I'm clearing up my doubts as they come up, but the doubts are of two flavors. I doubt that what I perceive as the necessary path forward may be false. Maybe what I've been told is wrong. And a little bit of skepticism is really useful these days. So maybe I'm partially on the right track. Maybe I keep going. That's my personal decision. The distraction gradually goes away, especially if I start meditating again. I kind of went by the wayside for a while. Doubt. The other kind of doubt that cripples us and keeps us from realizing our true selves, our actual who we are-ness. Now that's funny, but anyway, who we are. We don't know who we are. That's the wrinkle. You know, who we are is deeper and higher and better and more incredible than ever we thought. And this is true of the least of us, as they say. So the other kind of doubt we have to dispel utterly, and that's that I'm not good enough, I can't do this, and so on and so on. And that kind of doubt simply keeps us from opening our wisdom, opening our expression, opening our enlightenment. So let's give it a try. Let's keep going. We find antidotes to laziness, sense, desire, hostility, distraction, and doubt. So you won't forget that those are your primary obstacles internally to getting to a better and happier place in your own life. I hope that helps. I apologize for being on the podium. I don't usually do this, but now I get to go on my walk. Thank you very much. Good luck. I'm still here, are you? I guess you are. Good luck. This is an addendum. I was able to slow my mind down a little bit using a technique of taking 5 deep breaths and thinking mindfulness and presence in the body. So I'll end this bit, surprisingly, with a mantra that I invented several years ago. It contains the words for peace in 3 languages. And it's a comes from a Hindu mantra which I added some Semitic roots to. So it goes like this. Om Shanti, 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 Shalom, Ya Salam. Om Shanti, 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 Shalom, Ya Salam. Om Shanti, 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 Shalom, Ya Salam. I guess I'll have to publish that, eh? Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Send good energy to everyone.